Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what side of the world you're in. I'm HalfLifeSistah, and this is my beautiful husband, Wolf Kane.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to my channel and to another episode of Sister and Wolf Reaction.
Live reaction.
Pow!
Live on Twitch.
Yeah!
Versus baby.
If you're not here, you're not cool at all. But when you're cool, you don't really say things like that. Now, I need you guys to understand that this is all in good fun. Relax, take the wedgie out your butt, and just be happy, okay? This is just a fun competition, okay?
Just the fact that you can go back and forth between the singers on which song you prefer shows how strong both of them are.
Oh my God, they're both.
Neither one dominates the other. It really is song specific. Okay, that's
How about
better.
now, baby? How's the audio now? So yeah, why is it exciting? Why are you excited? You said that you're familiar with Tarja's
Everdream is probably my favorite chorus.
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 Oh, the song.
The chorus of the song,
Of the
yeah.
song.
It's probably one of my favorites. Tarja is the version I'm familiar with. I'm excited because I'm not familiar with Annette's version, and I'm not familiar with Floor's version. I've never actually heard Floor.
Wait a second. Okay, but I thought you moved past
You know I have a
that.
Tarja bias.
But I thought you moved past that after.
No, I said that I love
Let's
Nightwish.
score.
Okay, I said I love Floor for Nightwish.
Right.
I think she's a perfect fit. I think that she is going to be able to take Nightwish to the next level and to continue their legacy.
Right.
Okay. I like them both equally, but I'm going to admit that so far, for example, Ghost Love Score is Floor's version because she actually arranged the song better and she ended it better. Yeah, so I do feel like on certain songs,
And this is his opinion.
Floor did improve on Tarja's originals. When I listen to Nemo, I've said this before. What did I say about Nemo when Tarja sings it to me? What does
Makes
it remind
you think
me
of your mom.
It reminds me of my mother. There's a certain twang in her accent when she sings it that will be lost if another singer sings it. So even if Floor does an amazing job, I'm still gonna kind of prefer the
Because
Tarja
you like,
version.
I think you like the bravado and the accent that she sings so heavily with.
But there's also a first bias in the sense that I've listened to these songs for years.
It's crazy.
With the voice of
I
Tarja.
get it.
So it's very hard to just suddenly hear someone else sing them unless it's something so dramatically better in the sense that, when I listen to Ghost Love Score and now I hear Floor's version, I have trouble going back to the original because of the timing of when she comes in on the note of the initial chorus. That timing is everything to me now.
Right.
And now I feel like when I want to sing it with Tarja's version, there's a delay, and then she kind of comes in slow, and then even the chorus parts are a little softer.
Right.
And it was just a decision they made. I'm not saying that Tarja couldn't sing it like that.
Do you think
now.
that they made it or that Floor she made it her own?
No, it's decisions they made in the studio when they formed the songs. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But, once it's in the studio, what's done is done. You could always improve on it later. It's much easier to improve on something than to create something for the first time, right?
Right.
Phantom of the Opera is a good example of Tarja improving on the studio version.
Gotcha.
The studio version, the ending of that song is a mess. They don't use the actual ending of Phantom of the Opera, of the opera. They try to do some sort of experimental stuff or some sort of original ending, which is nowhere near as good as what it, what it actually sounds like. So there's an example of Tarja improving on herself in that live version that you heard, as opposed to the album version.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you guys think that their album versions are better or over the live versions of the songs?
It depends. Nightwish is one of those bands that sounds really, really good live.
Live, yeah.
And
Next
not a lot of
Texas
bands
now
do.
Following. Welcome aboard. You're officially Sister Soldier, baby.
Welcome, my friend.
Welcome to Versus Friday.
Thanks for joining us.
My hubby Wolf King.
All right, so Pumpkin is floor bias. Okay. Pumpkin, did you used to listen to Nightwish pre-floor? Or did you come in a little bit later?
Some songs are better.
Yeah, it's just there's just a deep connection that I have with Tarja. She even kind of looks a little like my sister. It's just there's just weird connections that I have that makes it difficult.
So Pumpkin came in on the Anette era. Oh, okay, baby. And how was that? That is interesting because she didn't stick around for very long. And everybody that I hear in the comments, baby, this song is dope. You can't talk over Anette. You just can't.
But you're trying.
But everyone I hear in the comments, no one ever really speaks a whole lot or even very fondly, not poorly, but not very fondly and enthusiastically about Anette. Whereas with Flora and Tarja, they both have a really strong cult following, and so I'm interested to hear, since you came in on the Anette era, what do you think of? How do you feel? How do you feel?
I'm not one of those people. Anette simply just wasn't a right fit for Nightwish, but there's no reason to ever speak down on her because of that. It's just there are just bigger preferences. Anette she just has a mainstream voice, and as someone who is not a big fan of mainstream,
right,
I like to shy away from that. So when you have Tarja, which is such a unique opera soprano that is leading a metal band, which was so rare. There's a lot of female operatic singers. There's a lot of symphonic singers. There is no one who has Tarja's tone, and that is important to me in the sense that I like things that stand out. I like things that are different.
Gotcha. Me and you were here.
A lot of people have sweet voices like Anette, but very few people have
range and depth.
Tarja's tone. Very, very few people have that. And Floor seems to have the ability to do a little bit of everything. So she's for her strength is her versatility, her ability to sing in all those ranges. She doesn't have Tarja's tone, but she certainly can have an operatic tone.
It's funny, I never even heard of Nightwish until your reactions. Ooh, you two introduced me to, oh wow.
Nice.
I love that.
Nice. It's amazing when I hear that because there's so many videos.
There's so many
It's just
reactors.
nice that we were the ones who were able to introduce new people to it still.
That's
Still
interesting.
cool. Welcome from Greece. We got a little bit from everyone.
We do.
We hope we're not starting too late because I know on the other side of the pond is getting a little late.
All right, so you're done.
So I don't want to talk too much more. I want to get into the reactions.
My hubby Wolf Kane is joining me today. He just could not sit out of this, so he asked to be a special guest on my stream.
I haven't heard Floor sing this. I'm really excited.
I'm excited too.
Before we start, there is no good live version of Anette singing this song. So I'm going with her demo. Is everybody cool with that? Let me know if anyone isn't or if anyone knows of a high quality live version, but there are none. She wasn't with the band very long, so it doesn't surprise me why there's really no good live versions, but there is a demo version. It doesn't have Marco on it.
Hi, Lewis.
Okay. Let me put this out the way right now, okay?
That you talk a lot.
I'm going to give you one warning, and that's it. This is not the Marco show, okay? Do not let him steal. Do not let him steal the limelight.
So Marco, I don't know why I didn't think that Marco would be on this.
I told you this is the first album he was actually on.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, but don't let him steal the show. Don't let him distract you. This is about the ladies.
Okay.
We already know. One thing we all agree on in this channel and in the world is Marco is amazing.
He is amazing.
So that's not news.
Oh my God.
As I said earlier,
Yeah.
this is a comparison of how they sing the song. It is
Yes.
it is not a preference of to any particular singer.
And or who did it better?
It's just about this one particular song. Each singer excels in their own particular song and their own particular music, and this will be no exception. This is from the end of an era. For obvious reasons, I chose it, and as we spoke about already in depth with the breakup and whatnot, this is the last concert that they did. That's why you see a particularly emotional Tomas. As I spoke, he wears his heart on his sleeves. For some reason, you see it a little bit more in this song than in some of the other songs, because you'll see Tomas be very emotional when the song starts, and you can just see that there's something going on there, and it makes for some nice drama in this video, in my opinion. He's always trying to steal the show. Always so clean. besitos. You okay?
Wow.
You look like you heard a good song or something.
Oh. Oh. The ending was like the climax at the end.
Yeah, you see that entire song is just basically one big chorus. Like that chorus is what,
Gotcha.
for me,
yeah.
that's the song for me, is the chorus, and it's most of the song. Like the part in the middle with, the filler in between the chorus, it's okay, but the chorus is why I come. So I love that chorus to death. I'll admit the album version is even sweeter because it's just so much cleaner. But of course, she still sings it great live.
Tarja's voice is so clean and so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anyone that sounds like Tarja.
Yeah.
Her voice.
Towards the end, I don't know if you noticed when she's singing, it kind of sounds like there's multiple singers. There's like this weird depth to her voice.
Babe,
it's a very common thing.
Be a good person, just love me. I'm
sorry.
No,
but it's a common thing in her vocals
true.
that I always hear. That is really, really interesting. So her choruses are always kind of interesting because of that. Because of that weird. I can't put my finger on it.
And
kind
her
of
accent, she sings.
It.
I don't know. I think I heard a song of hers outside of a Nightwish. I think on our Patreon. I think, and I don't recall her having such a strong accent. But some of the songs I've heard her sing with Nightwish, she has that strong, and I love that about her voice.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So you see why I had to warn you about Marco, right?
So speaking of Marco,
that's such a show stealer. It's just not even funny.
I think he has probably. I mean, I think he has like the best male voice I've heard.
It's incredible. It's why I still prefer that Phantom of the Opera version over anybody else's.
And you know what's crazy is he's not an opera singer.
No, he ain't even trying. He ain't even trying to do that.
He's not trying.
He's belting it, but it works.
For
it
me,
works so well.
For me, I think he sang that song better than any other opera singer I've heard sing that song. I'm biased, I guess, but that's just what I feel.
You see, there's another situation where you can't say better because he didn't even do it the way anybody else does it.
I know, but I mean his voice,
so it just means you
the
prefer...
feeling. It's the feeling and it's the emotion that he's singing with.
It works in that rock song version of it, but would Marco's version work in the more traditional version of it? I don't think so.
I think it would. I think
he would have to clean it up a little bit if you were to do it that way.
I don't think so, baby. I think it's perfect.
That would be an interesting experiment. I wouldn't mind hearing that.
Anyway, whatever. Let's go on to the next. Let me see how much time I have, though. Hold on.
He's got a mad floor bias.
I'm just waiting for point.
All right, well, let's get to Annette. We're doing Annette first.
Yeah, let's get to Annette first. You right.
Ever felt away with me? Just once, that all I need. Entwined in finding you one day. Ever felt away with me? My love, it lies so deep. Ever dream of me?
You love your solos.
Ever felt away with me? Just once, that all I need. Entwining, finding you one day. Ever felt away with me? My love, it lies so deep. Ever dream of the me? Ever felt away with me?
You're doing so good.
Love, it lies so
Love this.
deep. Entwining, finding you one day. Ever felt away with me? My love, it lies so deep. Ever dream of the me? Dream of me. Ever felt away with me? My love, it lies so deep. Entwining, finding you one day. Ever felt away with me? My love, it lies so deep. Ever dream of me?
Wow, that ending is always just so good.
Yeah.
I was able to hear some of the
Yeah,
Influence
this is
a
a
little
demo
better.
version. I'm not even sure if Nightwish is the one playing the instruments, but it's obviously the song in more of a studio environment, so you can hear the instruments a little bit better.
Okay.
But
Wow. Her voice is pretty.
it's
Very
pretty.
clean, pretty voice. You know, as great as her voice is, I think that if she had a little more bravado in it, am I pronouncing it?
Vibrato with a V.
Bravado,
V.
vibrato, vibrato. I always pronounce it
Bravado
with
is a
V.
very different thing.
All right, vibrato. It's just her voice is very clean. It's very beautiful.
That's the thing. It's like, okay, you're born with the voice you have, right? There's not a whole lot you can do about that except, but either you can sing or you can't.
And
so,
she can
So question
sing.
one, can she sing? Yes.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
If it weren't for the fact that you have these other two singers,
Uh-huh.
everyone would enjoy this song just fine.
When I first heard,
Okay.
when he introduced me to her, to Annette, Bye Bye Beautiful, and it's on our Patreon exclusive, right?
Right.
I liked her voice in that song.
Mm-hmm.
It felt very mainstream. The song was very mainstream. One of the reasons why I feel
mainstream.
that symphonic metal is the best kind of metal. There is one of the best kind of metals there is because you have all the great instruments. You have the singers usually able to really hold her own with all those magnificent instruments that are being played.
Right.
And I feel that Annette's voice, as beautiful as it is, does not hold itself enough on its own to be able to balance itself with the instrument.
It's more
enough.
into the traditional instrumental style.
Exactly. Exactly. And with symphonic music, it is out the box kind of music. You need some out the box kind of singing to go with it.
I think that's really what it comes down to.
Having said that,
Yeah.
the sound versus Tarja, who do you choose?
You know who I choose, Tarja.
You choose Tarja. I do too. And again, my loves, this is all in good fun, and this is not taking anything away from Annette.
No, but I still prefer her over Meadows of Heaven, but maybe that's just because it's that kind of a song.
Gamarus said, one thing I noticed with Annette was that she often chose to bring the tone down at the end of phrases where Tarja and Floor will bring it up.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for that. Okay.
His wives are saying wedgie alert. What happened?
Because, I say they have wedges in their butts. They get, you're so bad. But
Really
she has
that
a
simple.
very pretty voice, Annette. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
So now we're going to do Floor at the
Yes.
Wacken
Yeah.
2013. Oh boy. So this is a first reaction for me as well. I made sure I did not spoil a single note. That's why when I chose it, I was hoping I chose the right one, but I figured you can't go wrong with Wacken.
Okay. I hope you can't go wrong with Floor, period. Or Nightwish for that matter.
Yeah, but I still wanted it to be a good quality recording.
Of course.
Sometimes these live versions are.
Ready, babe?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it.
You guys ready?
Are you guys ready?
All right.
Oh my goodness. So far, I'm rocking out. I'm having a really good time. I'm vibing out, flowing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy about that.
Ever felt away with me? Just once, that all I need. Entwined and finding you one day.
Wow.
Ever felt away without me? My love, it lies so deep. Ever dream of me?
Did the instruments seem stronger here in Wacken?
Yes.
It did? Okay.
It's a more recent recording.
Okay, it's a more recent recording. Gotcha. This is tough. This is really, really
There was also
tough.
more audience participation
Okay.
that you could hear in this one,
Uh-huh.
particularly towards the end. Made it feel a little more intense.
Okay. Oh my God. Floor's voice is like, it's so amazing. It's so powerful. I feel that Floor's voice is more powerful, more in the front, right? It's so hard. Okay, so here's the thing. This is why it's difficult for me. It's difficult for me to determine not which one is better, but which one I prefer.
Right.
Singing it.
Right.
This is so. Please understand that there's a difference.
This is a
okay?
preference thing, yes.
Right. It's a preference thing we're talking about here now. For this song, it's so hard. But I can't be biased. I have to be authentic with you guys. I can't be biased. It's so hard. Whose voice I prefer in this singing this song would have to be Tarja. While I love Floor's voice, it's so beautiful, so powerful, so strong. For this song, for me, I don't know. There's something about the way Tarja sang the song that, I don't know, it just felt right.
All you're trying to say is you like the way Tarja sang it.
Yes, I prefer the way, yes.
That's all for this song.
For this song,
Yes.
yes, exactly.
We've already made it clear that we're not judging the singers. We're judging
Right,
them
we're
just based
not.
on which per song choice we prefer.
Yes.
And tonality.
And tonality, exactly.
And for me, it's Tarja as well for this
Really?
song.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I just like Tarja's voice for that song. The way she sings that chorus, it's honestly, it's like a mother's embrace.
Yes. I
don't mind.
felt that there was a nurturing, something about her, the way she sings it. It's felt very nurturing and comforting and, yeah, like a mother singing to you. Her voice is so beautiful, and I love the vibrato and the operatic way that she sings this song. Exactly, yeah, exceptional.
And because I feel like that's the way the chorus is supposed to be delivered, power is not necessarily the
Yes.
priority here.
Exactly.
It's delivery, it's
baby.
tonality,
High
and
five
it's
lifetime.
sure.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm
So
so
even though Floor may have the more powerful voice, in this case that doesn't really matter because that's not what this song is about. So don't go too far because I want to start from
Okay, go ahead.
when the reaction started, and I just want to see what people were saying while we were listening. Okay, she is not doing it operatically, okay, but she owns the song. Also, Marco owns the song. Marco always owns everything.
He really does.
It's interesting that she chose to not do it operatically, and one thing that's interesting about Floor is she's far less operatic than she was in her other band. And
Yeah, I heard one song.
but if I
first.
can say, if I'm being honest, I do like the way Floor sings in Nightwish more than I like the way she used to sing
Gotcha.
back in the day.
Okay.
The things that I've heard, I kind of prefer how she sings now. It's a bit more balanced.
What did Surfluna says?
So
Not for me.
yeah, not for me. I appreciate what Floor makes out of those songs, and I love them. But sadly for me personally, Tarja is number one. And then when I see Nightwish live, I make sure to have a great time. The reason is Floor brings back the epicness in Nightwish. Yes, she brings back, and that's
Indeed.
That's what was so abundant when we did Ghost Love Score.
Yes.
And you know,
Ooh.
the reason why, like when we did Ghost Love Score, there's a lot of people who don't understand why I in particular cried at the first, not the first note, but the first time she hit that chorus.
Gotcha.
I don't think people appreciate how hard it is to hit that chorus in the right tonality to make you
do.
feel something.
Yes.
You certainly did, okay?
I did.
So when you heard it, you had the same reaction I did.
It's amazing.
But the reason I had it was because not hearing that song for so many years, and to hear someone as powerful as Floor, someone who I wasn't familiar with at that time, hit that, even if I preferred Tarja's version better, which for that particular song I don't, it still would have affected me because simply she's able to carry on Nightwish. See, if you want Tarja, you can go see Tarja. She's solo, and she's got bands who've got keyboards and guitars and drums and all that stuff. There's plenty of great musicians out there to recreate that Nightwish sound for her. But if you want Nightwish, you can only get that from Tomas, and you need someone to be able to front the band that can never replace Tarja, but has to be strong enough to at least keep it going. And that's what she does. And of course the presence and the power that she brings is very, it really does take Nightwish to the next level, because Tarja had an excellent presence.
I was going to say that. You know, because again, Floor was my first experience. She popped my cherry. But when I heard, I'm so inappropriate. Forgive me. You're 13. But when I, you know, I feel that yes, Tarja also has her own type of majestic presence to her as well. So absolutely, the two of those ladies are just such powerhouses.
So yeah, to Seraphil's comment, we agree that is definitely what makes Floor so important and so special.
Hey babe.
Trink says there is something about Wacken 2013. It's just too
it's so
perfect.
epic.
Dude,
that's also what they did.
And I keep saying Wacken. I know it's Wacken.
Is Wacken? No.
Well, it's
Wacken.
German, yeah. It's a
Wacken. I didn't
giant
know that.
German metal festival. It's amazing.
Es war das nicht.
But yeah, the energy of those kind of festivals, it's just, I would almost, like, if I would go to one, I would just be so damn nervous because there's just so much to take in. When I went to Ozfest, it was just like overwhelming of the senses. There's so much going on. There's multiple stages, and it's just like fear of missing out. You're always concerned with who's on the other stage while you're watching this.
To go to Nightwish concert though. If that
We gotta
ever,
wait
when
for-
that ever
we're
happens,
waiting
we
for the
have to
announcement.
catch up with some songs.
Can't they both be the best in their own special way? Well, we're again. I mean, it's just talking about that is what we're saying.
They both
That's
be
what we're
the
saying.
best in their own special way? Yes, indeed. My stomach's growling.
Everyone's got their own opinions. This is all opinion based, and this is why it's fun. And you know, anyone who gets offended with stuff like
It's
this, it's
kinda
like, guys,
silly.
we're
It's
having
really-
fun here.
We're
That's
fans
all.
we're fans of the groove.
These
you
people
know,
are amazing.
We love them.
Would be interesting if Floor did an operatic version.
I
We
would
know
love
she
to hear that,
can. They
yes.
just chose not to.
Trinksy said, "Well, I love Florida. I'm happy that Sister and Wolf have their own preferences." Okay, baby. Thank you for loving me. You got mega love for me, baby. That's really what that is. Am I doing this right? And I love you too. Thank you, baby. Yes. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I had a lot of fun. I'm surprised in to the outcome. You know, that's why you can't.
You thought it was just gonna be Floor, huh?
Yeah, hands down. I really did.
Just the fact that you can go back and forth between the singers on which song you prefer shows how strong both of them are.
Oh my God, they're both.
Neither
of
one
course.
dominates the other. It really is song specific. You might just have certain preferences.